welcome to the Circle at Kismet. Today we're going to do a forecast for the energies of the year ahead based on your sun sign. Also, feel free to check out your moon sign, ascendant and your Venus sign, as all may be relevant. If you are cross-watching, remember the roles may be reversed. The reading is timeless, so trust when you find this, it will be a relevant time for you to see it. This is not for everyone, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. If you enjoy the video, please give a like, share or consider subscribing. If you are new to the channel, have a scroll through the past videos as there may be something you are supposed to see. So, without further ado, the timestamps are down below in the description box and I'll see you at your sign. Capricorns, here's your reading. Capricorn, here are your cards for the essence of the year ahead, and we're going to kick off with a summary of last year. So these are the beautiful cards that represent last year. If you enjoy numerology, the numbers of them are 32 and 15. The cards show that last year were stepping stones to put you in the right place for this year. As with so many signs, the previous year has been about doing the work, and the year ahead will be about beginning to start to hone and tap into the rewards that you have been due for so long. As this year progressed, you began to see the veil lift slightly on what is ahead for you in the future. Things may have been hinted and teased, and you may have felt aspects coming through of what is achievable for you. And as you begin this year, these will be drawn closer and start to become a tangible reality. The next cards are an overview of the next 12 months. So we have Between Worlds, the Fates, and Observer. You are usually one to observe the overview of a situation to assess things before taking action. But this year you're being guided to be more open to saying yes to new experiences and to be a little more selfish, as you are often the person who puts others' wants and needs before your own. As this year progresses, you may find yourself evolving away from who you were last year. There could be difficulties when the old you and the new emerging you conflict, but be secure in the knowledge that the universe is supporting this transition and this shift has been a long time coming. The next card represents the attitude you may need to adopt for this coming year, and it is the B card, which is community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Bees represent good fortune and are a positive omen. Your work ethic or attitude this year should be to focus on productivity and getting things done a small step at a time. Community spirit or working with others brings like-minded people together and moves projects along swiftly. Watch out for those who come forth to interfere or to try and challenge you and your plans. You can take their advice on board, but you do not actually have to act on it or follow it, although they may feel upset if you do not act with some form of gratitude. The bee's hard work amounts to the sweet rewards of honey, and this is hopefully what you will be receiving as the year progresses. Next we have a general overview of the year coming up, and we have the Five of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. You may have ended last year on a low, feeling disappointed through things that have happened or even failed to happen. Lack of progress, things not coming to fruition from all your invested time, or those around you letting you down. But this year is a completely fresh start with a new viewpoint and an array of opportunities like never before. There could be a new love interest, or an existing relationship could move to the next stage or strengthen. A new interest could be sparked, and whilst it may take time to gain momentum, it will be surprisingly rewarding. If you're trying to get a new project off the ground, this year is a positive one to propel a pipe dream into fruition. The next batch of cards are your love, relationships and love in general. We have the Queen of Roses, the Prince of Shells, the Moon, Six of Wings, and the World. Love may be the furthest from your mind, but the universe has other ideas. For those of you in relationships, it may be a year to commit or to re-cement your union, although some may have a bout of unwanted or unrequited attention towards them or their partners to face. For the singletons among you, there's a plethora of suitors, but these are hidden in strange places where you would never think to encounter them. It may be a case of finding love when you really weren't looking for it. Beware of those who charm and do not have substance to back it. Sweet talkers are aplenty. If you keep your head about you, you will have the option of the start of a fruitful friendship or a glimmer of a lasting romantic union. The next couple of cards are your obstacles for the year ahead, and you have Masquerade and Effervescence. You have worn a mask for so long, you may not have opened up as yourself for some time. People don't know the real you, and whilst this has protected you, and these walls were built for a reason, the need to begin to lower them is strong as this year progresses. To cultivate love, you need to show who you are, know what you want, and seek who you long to come into your world. The next couple of cards are what you will learn in the next coming year. And you have Dreams Coming True and Manifest. These cards are quite self-explanatory. You're not shy of hard work and invest yourself thoroughly into projects you feel warrant your energy. But this year, above all others, are well starred for you to get the rewards you put in and more. One thing you have set as your target is not for you in the guise it's in at the moment, but with an adjustment and some refocus, this could have the potential to make this year your year. So we've got some dates to look out for that are positive peaks of the year. So you've got Gemini, Search for Exchange, and you have the number 11, Listen to Friends. The phase of Gemini, so the end of May, beginning of June, is well starred for you. November is also a month that's going to be very positive as a whole, and the 11th of each month is a day for gratitude and realigning or tweaking your desires. Wanted to do some crystals for you to carry or wear to maximise your potential for the coming year. So the first one we have is Sodalite, which is for a sense of calm and to weather the storms of life. And another blue stone, we have Lapis, which is to activate your higher mind for you to think clearly and to use your intuition. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Capricorns. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Aquarius, here's your reading. Aquarians, here are the cards for the essence of the year ahead for you. And we're going to start off with two cards that relate to a summary of last year. So we have, this one's number 12 if you're into numerology, and this is number 35. The last year may have been about shadow work, looking inwards to heal past wounds and to nurture the self. The essence of what's gone before was for you to become the best version of yourself possible, ready to face the year ahead with new gusto and perspective. Last year may have also involved the beginning of a birth process, not necessarily in the literal state with a baby, although for some of you this will apply to yourselves or those around you. But in actual fact, budding stages of something important, something that's close to your heart and that is evolving to fruition slowly and steadily. The next couple of cards are an overview of the next 12 months, and you have Blessed and Serendipity. Whereas past years have seemed hard work, this year has an essence of being a little simpler. You have invested time wisely over the last year and have emerged more content and ready to face what life has to offer. This year may be about being in the right place at the right time and things falling into place with ease like never before. But remember, daydreams are fine, but it will take focus and energy to ease them out of dream state and into reality. The next card is about the attitude you need to adopt for this year. It can also refer to work and professional connections, but two actually flow out for you. You have the Raven, which is the shaman. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your vision and words. Connect with the element spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. And you also had the Ladybug, which is for good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colourful you. You bless the world with colour and good luck. Your external persona is one of a bright, friendly, helpful person who enjoys being part of things and who will help, interact and bring a lot to the process. Behind the scenes, you may not feel the jovial, upbeat bringer of fun. You may feel the complete opposite, struggling to fit in or to feel the joy. There's a lack of balance in your life, as inward you are a magical creature full of creative power, connected to the elements and in touch with your spiritual side. To redress the balance, a little of your inner side needs to be brought into your everyday life and to embrace who you truly are. The next group of cards are a general feel of the year ahead, and you have the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Moon, the Four of Wands, and the King of Swords. Young people and new projects bring you joy. You've been happy with certain aspects of your life, but the finishing touches have often been lacking, or positives have been tinged with something that's removed the shine in certain respects. Maybe you have been a little overcritical or have been idealistic in your aims. This year is about building on what you have and making things more stable. There could be a move of home, alterations, decorating, or having a change in living arrangements. There is also someone this year who fails to speak their mind and who bottles up almost all of their emotions. This may be you, it could be someone you know, or it could be someone you'll encounter. But if you can gauge what they are thinking and feeling, this has the ability to change certain aspects of your year ahead. So for the next batch of cards, this is your love scope, so to speak, and you have Temperance, the Star, the Three of Roses, the Empress, and the Eight of Shells. This year is all about timing and opportunities. For some of you, there will be a pregnancy announcement for you or for someone around you. For others who are attached, you may be asked to help others find love by playing Cupid, as whilst your relationship may not be perfect, others see you as hitting the jackpot in the love and romance stakes. For the singles among you, someone who may have previously been in contact may reappear again and could be a potential suitor, although their staying power is questionable. Meanwhile, a new face that has been on the horizon for some time finally begins to show signs of appearing. The next couple of cards are your obstacles, and you have solitude, alone but not lonely, and naked before the stars. You enjoy your own space, and this can be a good thing, but obviously in balance with enjoying other things. If you shut yourself away, although you may be happy, you miss out on so much outside your bubble. Maybe it's time to show people who you really are and to unleash the real, raw you back into the world. The next couple of cards are what you will learn in this coming year. And you have challenging times and shine. Through challenging influences this year, you will learn how to shine. You may have had to feel you need to defend yourself either against rivals or gossip, but you have emerged the bigger, better person, stronger to withstand issues in the future, and less bothered by those who feel they have a right to put you down or to knock your confidence. The next couple of cards are peak periods in the year, and you have Aries, employ the pioneering spirit, and you have times of life, you reflect the world reflects you. The period of Aries at the end of March and through most of April will be a positive phase for you. Also, around special times to you, birthdays, holidays, celebrations, will be well starred for attracting good vibrations and the rewards that come with them. And finally, just to end, I've picked some crystal cards to maximise your potential for next year. So crystals you can carry or wear. And you have rose quartz, which is carry unconditional love with you and be peaceful. And you have moonstone, which is look deep inside yourself into unseen realms. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share, or consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Pisces, here's your reading. Pisces, here are the cards for the essence of the year ahead for you. And we're going to start off with some cards that reflect the last 12 months and how we came to be here. So you have number 16 and number 9 if you're into numerology. Last year was a year of spiritual evolution for you. You may have discovered you have a connection to spirit or begun a course of action to strengthen your spirituality. This dimension has also provided healing for you and those you have asked for help for. You may have also encountered a human guide who has opened your eyes and senses to what is around you. If this does not apply to you as yet, they may come into your life this year. The next cards are an overview of the next 12 months, and you have regeneration and soulmates. You may have felt very depleted in recent months, like you have just run out of energy, motivation, or have lost direction. Well, this year is to be one of regeneration and rebuilding. Things have had to stop to be realigned and to begin again bigger and better than before. This process feels time-consuming, but is necessary for the reset. This will also be a year to meet your tribe, your spiritual family, those you have encountered in past lives, and there is a strong possibility that you will meet your soulmate if you haven't already. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt this year. It can also relate to work and professional connections as well. And you have the Hawk Messenger. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. The Hawk is someone who sees the overall situation and shares what they encounter. You may have been called to teach, lead, or look after others, and whilst in this position you will enjoy imparting an array of knowledge and experiences which you feel others will benefit from. You also have great foresight, not only to manage things coming into being, but to protect and divert things that can hinder and upset. This can diffuse situations, and you have the ability to prevent these from interfering in other people's lives. The next cards are a general feeling of how the year will go. You have the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Indecision has the ability to encompass this year unless you begin to strive for what you actually want. There are many choices out there, but some you have already shunned and dispelled, turning your back on options that may see things taking a positive turn. There's also a positive change in finances on the cards. This may come by a gift, an inheritance, the sale of something, or just plain hard work. But the effects do change your attitude for the better, and this allows plans to begin to take shape. The next cards relate to love and relationships, and you have the Queen of Wings, the Ace of Roses, the Ace of Wings, and the Two of Wings. This year is about motivation where love is concerned. If you are in a relationship, you are being asked what more you can do to gain that initial spark back that drew you together in the first place. If you are single, you are being guided to stop thinking about what to do and to begin to actually go and do. A plethora of ways to meet others is ahead, but you may have to start saying yes to invitations and offers that you may normally decline. You are used to living a lot of your life in your head, but this year you need to step out and beyond to get what you really desire. The next cards are the ones that represent any obstacles that you may have come across, and you have Revenge and Make Peace with Your Past. Someone or something may have hurt you. Seeking revenge may feel better at the outset, but seeing your happiness without them would make more of an impact and would help you heal. Making peace with your past allows you to release what no longer serves you and frees up valuable time, energy and resources. The void will be filled with something fitting and fresh, allowing a chapter to begin now the old has finally been completed. The next cards are what you will learn, and you have Healing Begins, Moving On, and the Crown Chakra. So you'll learn about your higher self this year and how to expand on what you have already learned. You will also learn how moving on and processing outdated feelings, actions and the past, how quickly things shift and how the life that awaits you can begin to come in now there is space and that your attention is aimed in the right direction. The next cards are peak periods of the year, and you have the number 2, it is progressing well now, and you have number 5, you decide for yourself. The months of February and May are well starred for you, with dates with a 2, a 5 or both being action days where you should be striving for your goals and where rewards and success are your motivation. Finally, I picked some crystal cards for things, crystals you can wear or carry to maximise your potential for next year. And the first one you have is Carnelian, which is be motivational leader, encourage others around you. And the second is the beautiful crystal Malachite, which is turn over a new leaf, change may be on the horizon. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share or consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Aries, here's your reading. Aries, here are the cards for the essence of the year ahead. And we're going to start off with a couple of cards that just give a little bit of a summary of the year we've just ended. So these cards are number 24 and number 43, which may be of help if you're into numerology. Last year, actions and words played a large part in how the year ended. You may have had to come between people who were in conflict, or there may have been harsh words between you and another or someone you did not see eye to eye with. You need to ensure what you put into the world is for the highest good, and you can do no more than that. People who you do not connect with should be distanced to allow those who warm your heart to enter. The next two cards are an overview of the next 12 months, and you have Fork in the Road and Poised. You have known for some time that you need to make a choice. It may not be as simple as a fork in the road, but procrastination over deciding what your next move will be will not solve the issue, and nothing is gained from sitting waiting. This year is a decisive time, and the sooner you plump for an option, the swifter life can be restored to some form of normality. You owe it to yourself to gain the life you seek, so it is now time to strive for it. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt this year. It can also relate to work and professional connections as well. And you have the Moose for wisdom. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. The Moose is a bold and determined creature. They stand their ground and know what is right from wrong. They have great insight and are trusted for their opinions and experience. Their antlers are worn like a crown, so they know they should be respected. It is time where you need to adopt and find these qualities to ensure you are viewed correctly for the situations and positions in the year ahead, and most importantly, so you gain the respect that you most certainly deserve. The next cards are for how the next year will progress, and you have the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Guide, and the Sun. You have had an idea in your head for some time. Some may have knocked it, questioned how viable it really is, and others may ask what qualities you have to bring this into being. But you know in your heart and mind that this is more than a dream. You may not accomplish it fully this year, but if determined, you may experience a glimmer of what it would be like, and even be able to put the first tentative steps or foundations down to this being born and evolving shortly. The next cards relate to love and relationships, and you have the 8 of Gems, the 10 of Gems, the Princess of Shells, and Judgment. I feel you've had a hard time in love in recent years. If you were in a relationship, you may have felt like you were doing all the work. If you are single, you have been looking and looking to no avail to seek the perfect soulmate you desire. This is a year of doing things differently. Spice up existing relationships with new, inventive and romantic ideas. For those seeking their suitor, endeavour in trying something new, something outside your comfort zone, where you can show a sweeter, more vulnerable side to your personality, which may win a different type of love. The next two cards are any obstacles that are coming in this year, and you have Opulence, It's Time to Lead, and the card Is This Me? Have you been buried by what you feel you should be? Has the real you been altered by circumstances and situations? Has your voice been muffled by others and their opinions? You need to find your true voice and independence once again this year. Being true to yourself is one of the most important things for you, and whilst things taint and distill this, you are always happier when you are being the purest version of yourself. The next couple of cards are what you will learn this year, and you have move and open up. Opening up gives people access to a different side to you. Moving in different circles allows you to learn from others and to share your experiences. Sometimes you can be accused of being a little self-orientated, but this is because you feel you are truly the only person you can rely on. This year will promote trust and show you how different facets of your personality can interact with other people. Then we have peak periods of the year, and you have Aquarius, give fresh impetus, and Virgo, harvest the crop. So you have two peak periods coming up this year. You have Aquarius, which is end of Jan to most of the way through February, and Virgo season, which is the end of August through to most of the way through September. Both good phases for change, starting new things, goal setting, and most important, action towards bringing those into being. So finally, I've picked some crystals out which will hopefully be things you can carry or wear to maximise your potential for the year ahead. First of all, we have ametrine, which is rid yourself of any negative energy surrounding your aura. We then have the beautiful blue lace agate, which is have a positive attitude, encourage and support others. And last but not least, we have the garnet, which cleanses your mind, body and spirit and allows you to feel re-energized. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, give us a like, share or consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Taurus, here's your reading. So Taurus, here are your cards for the essence of the year ahead. And we're going to start off with a summary of last year that's brought you to this point. So the cards that represent that are number 10 and number 3. Last year saw emotions bubbling within you that you have not felt for some time. Expression of these feelings has proved harder than you imagined, as it breaks your calm and collected outer persona. But after suppressing this for so long and tension mounting in doing so, this year will be a year of you getting back on track after dealing with this and the aftermath. So the cards that represent the overview of the coming year are Clean It Up and All That Glitters. You've been drawn to things that seem right for you, only to investigate further to find that actually this is not the fit or collaboration that you imagined. This has made you hesitant to make firm choices, deciding that staying put is safer than gambling something that is not right for you, or finding yourself in a situation that could be worse. If you want to achieve your goals in the next 12 months, you need to adopt a decisive attitude and begin to make those things happen. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt this year, and that can also relate to work and professional interactions. And you have the dog, which is the friend. Today I will love without condition. My energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. I choose to be happy. I am a protector and a friend. You are a loyal friend and have great empathy. Sometimes, though, you feel you are given the runaround by others, or you have to do what you can to please people to win favour. This year your soppy, loving side needs to be balanced with a more protective side. You also need to chase what you set your sights on and to ignore things that try to divert or split your attention away from the prize. The next batch of cards are how the year will begin to progress, and you have the Emperor, the Four of Cups, the Star, and the Two of Pentacles. Someone may show a stern side to you and make you think twice about your plans. This figure could in fact be you and may cause some distancing from those you felt supported you. This situation will highlight what is important to you, and a phase of peace that follows will allow you to see the overall picture without intervention or interference from those who say they are trying to help you. A new path may lead to a welcome increase in your finances and open new doors to other ventures and ideas you had not thought possible. The next group of cards are for love, romance and relationships, and you have the Magician, the Prince of Gems, the Nine of Wings, and the Ten of Wings. Do you feel that you have set the bar too high for potential suitors? You put yourself off of people before they get too close. Or when you get to know them, you persuade yourself that you are not right for them and create space between you. This is a mechanism protecting your heart, and whilst keeping you from heartache, it is also stopping you enjoying the love that is available to you, as well as slowing or stopping your spiritual growth. For those of you in relationships, you may be questioning if you need space, or in fact if you have too much distance between you and a partner. Love comes with peaks and troughs, and you will decide if this is a phase and if it will pass, or if this is more of a long-standing issue. The next two cards are potential obstacles that you may come across, and we have Paradistical, you belong to paradise, and the Black Flower Fragrance. When you feel you're in a situation that you cannot see a clear, single solution out of, you risk tangling yourself up in your head or making a bold statement which can alter or amend your future. Whilst going with the flow is ideal, it is not always possible when you feel bogged down or unable to escape. Choose your words and actions carefully, but equally be firm and decisive. The next couple of cards are what you will learn from the year ahead, and you have Reach Out, Change Your Focus, and Believe and Succeed. There is so much to gain this year if you get onto the right path. Help from friends could be invaluable, and a lot of your potential success comes merely from you shifting your focus onto what really matters. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Negative thoughts or analysing scenarios is time consuming and ultimately prevents positivity flowing into your life. The next couple of cards are peak periods of the year, and you have Leo, Release the Power of Your Heart, and you have Capricorn, Perceive Success. The seasons of Leo, which is the end of July through most of August, and the close of the year in Capricorn, the end of December into a fair amount of January, are great phases for you to instigate something new or to reap the rewards of what has gone before. And last but not least, I picked a couple of crystal cards to give you crystals that you can wear or potentially carry, which will maximise your potential for next year. So you have Hematite, which is all about staying calm and centered and feeling stable, and Moldavite, which connects and energizes whilst resonating with the stone's healing powers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Gemini, here's your reading. Gemini, here are the cards of the essence of the year ahead, but we're going to start with a couple of cards that reflect the year that we've just ended. So you have card number 8 and card number 2. Last year heralded a weird mix for you. You may have started seeing signs of what you felt was going to happen, inklings of what you thought was about to change. You may have even taken firm steps towards a move of some kind, but only if you were very lucky would you have actually witnessed the long-awaited shift. The last 12 months have brought twists and turns, some major and earth-shattering, others subtle which may have gone unnoticed. But you have merged into who and where you should be for this year and for things really to begin. The next couple of cards are an overview of the next 12 months, and we have the card Yang, Time for a Nap, and Orphaned. You may feel detached or isolated from what you normally connect to. This is indicating that you need to reassess what makes you happy and what allows you to grow and thrive. If you do not know where to start, look back at the phases of your life and see where you have felt the most joy. Pay attention to your dreams when your subconscious is hinting at what it needs to fulfill your life purpose. This may not be the year for you to find yourself, but it will be a year for you to learn the most about yourself and potentially tap into inherent talents in the process. Now the next card is the attitude you need to adopt this year. It can also relate to work and professional interactions. So you have the Goose, which is inner knowing. You are a brave traveller. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. You have always been someone who knows what to say and do in difficult situations for others. Yet when the same fates appear for you, you may not be so sure. You are confident when changes arrive as you appreciate why they happen and that the shift can create new adventures. You may be required to travel, either for work, pleasure, study or such like. Even a different route to a similar destination throws up the new and fresh, so keep an open mind and embrace the shift. The next batch of cards are how the year will progress. You have the Ten of Swords, Death, the Nine of Cups, and Temperance. Old, outdated situations from the past are cut loose. If your feelings allow, they will float away and will remain behind you. If you have weak links to friends and family that you have outgrown, do not be alarmed if they wane. This may not be permanent, but is necessary to clear your path for what is ahead. If you have strength of mind, determination, and the action to back it, this has the potential to be a year where at least one of your desires comes into being, with potential to evolve into much more. Do not let a low mood that may start this year drag on, as you have such a bright year ahead of you. The next batch of cards reflect your love, romance and relationship for the next 12 months. And we have the Seven of Shells, the King of Shells, the Six of Roses, and the Nine of Shells. For those of you in a relationship, you can expect an array of ways to enjoy your union. Maybe a long-awaited trip together, news that brings fantastic opportunities, or just some quality time together to enjoy your surroundings and the simple things in life. If you are single, you may have had your eye on someone or a specific type of person. This may seem out of reach, but the opportunity will appear where you will have the chance to show a different side to your personality, and most importantly, you will get a better idea of if this person or personality type is really what you would like. The next couple of cards are any obstacles that you're going to face in the year ahead. And the first one is Addicted, and the second is Perfect Acceptance. Addictions are highlighted here. Addictions do not just cover drink, drugs or whatever normally comes to mind, but other things like shopping, internet, checking a partner's phone, etc. Whatever you have been obsessing over, you can drop if you can answer the question of why you are doing it. If it is your own insecurity, then it has no hold over you. Any need for perfectionism can also impede on this year. Strive for the best, but do not waste valuable resources trying to make things flawless. The next group of cards are what you will learn over the next year. And we have Take the Lead, Lead, and Control. I was quite surprised to see these three cards shoot out together, but the meaning is quite clear. It's the time for you to take the reins again, and you are the only one who can steer your life into the victory that you deserve. You may not feel comfortable being at the helm, being in charge, or being the centre of attention, but you are being called to be responsible and to make the change that only you can instigate. So the peak periods of this coming year, we have the number 12, it's going to be well now, and we have Thursday, take your stand and follow your energy. The months of April and December are both well starred for you in this year ahead. You are also being prompted to do something on a regular basis, in which case Thursday is a good weekly point to start at, or the 12th is a good day of action for monthly plans. And finally, I selected a few crystal cards which you can either wear or carry the crystals through the year to maximise your potential for the next 12 months. And they are Chrysocolla, which brings your inner wisdom to the surface and helps you use your instincts, and Sagillite. Be truthful. What secrets are you truly harbouring? That helps you speak your truth. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Cancerians, here's your reading. Cancerians, here are the cards for the essence of the year ahead. But we're going to start out with a couple of cards that reflect on how last year ended. They are number 38 and number 36. Last year, whether you were aware of it or not, you were flexing your intuitive muscles, adding to and honing your existing skills. Whatever life brought to you, you used your perception and skill to process and deal with situations and people alike. Some of last year you may have found yourself being criticised for not being present or for locking yourself away and not being as available as you have been previously. Everything that occurred last year has gained momentum and set you up for where you need to be for the coming year. The next two cards are an overview of the year ahead, and we have Message in a Bottle and Deep Knowing. The overview of the year shows this to be a year of inner knowing and seeking answers. If you need a sign to prove you are on the right path, ask for one. Signs are all around us, but equally many are too small to notice unless you have a keen, intuitive sense, which you have. You know there are big things ahead for you, and your resources this year are geared to getting things in place for the shift that is ahead. You have come so far, you are now so tangibly close, this really will be the final push. The next card you have is the attitude you need to have for this year. It can also relate to work and professional interactions. And you have the card, the Squirrel, always prepared. You are the expert of hard work and hard play. Your cheerful and fun disposition is a blessing to everyone. Don't let life's distractions take you off course. Make a plan for the future and life will give you what you need. Squirrels are resourceful. They can swing, climb and dart through trees with ease. They are flexible and have a natural urge to keep things for a rainy day. This is the persona you need to adopt for this year. The ability to think on your feet, move swiftly when required to, will pay dividends in the future. You also have the ability to bring out the best in people and to crack even the toughest of nuts. This is also a skill you may need towards the end of this year and into the beginning of the next. The next group of cards are representing how the year will progress, and you have the Lovers, the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. There is a heightened essence on relationships this year. Something has led to unease and been a blot on your otherwise content state. A need to dedicate energy to this, to heal, to try and solve and process is calling, but can only be undertaken when ready. Deception, rumours, gossip and things taking place behind the scenes is ongoing. You may be privy to this, a part of it, or completely oblivious to it all, but things will become apparent as the year rolls on. The next group of cards are for your love and relationships, and you have the Ace of Gems, the Four of Roses, the King of Wings, and the Nine of Roses. For those of you who are in a relationship, you may have had feelings of feeling stuck, a lacklustre day-to-day grind with little break in the routine. This has left you feeling depleted and in need of a rethink of how you want this year to be. There is travel on the cards for both those attached and single. For those still looking for their significant other this year, new avenues are opening up where you may meet. Projects and plans which are yet to get off the ground also draw the attention of potential suitors. The next couple of cards are obstacles you may face in the current year coming up, and you have Minimus, Commune with the Source, Tangibility, Make Your Dreams Real, and Gilded Regret. The past lingers when you feel a victim of what has gone before. As with the card Gilded Regret, the issues you have faced are now behind you, and whilst you can use this as a benchmark for progress, wearing it as a badge of survival keeps the negative that has gone before current. Keeping your head in the clouds or burying your head in the sand will not solve problems nor stop them coming. You have what it takes to turn things around in most cases if you apply yourself fully to the cause. These two cards represent what you'll learn in the next 12 months. And we have Choose Your Battles and New Vitality. When you learn what the path you are on requires of you, you can minimise the energy that is misspent in other areas. You will find that when you fail to rise to the bait of others, things also calm in general. A new lease of life and vitality can be regenerated, and this leads to new opportunities and an array of paths for you to explore. I've also selected a couple of cards for peak periods in the coming year, and we have Sagittarius, Finding a New Meaning, and we have the number 7, Determining the Circumstances. The season of Sagittarius, which is the end of November and part way through December, will prove fruitful for you. Equally, the month of July, again, for setting out what you want to bring into your life and putting them into action. It's a good idea this year to set yourself a weekly goal, something simple, It can be baby steps or small steps, but something that you can strive for and something that's easily accomplished. A project could take 9 months of work to come to fruition, but the fruit of your labours will be worth the reward. Equally, pregnancies are well starred for this year and next. And last but not least, I selected a couple of gemstone cards for either things you can carry or wear that will maximise the potential for this coming year. And we have Amethyst Geode, balance your crown chakra and let your intuition guide you. We have the Sunstone, unleash your true power of freedom and strength. And finally, we have Peridot, feel calm and protect your aura from negativity. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Leo, here's your reading. Leo, here are your cards for the essence of the year ahead. But we're going to start with a couple of cards that reflect on the last year that has just gone by. And your cards are number 13 and number 33. Last year was a strange year, melancholy even, where you lost momentum and direction and went inwards. Your usual cheery spirit was put to the test, and the general uplifting air you bring to life seemed a little deflated. Last year may have seen you facing challenges that appeared from nowhere. Your focus was split into various directions, and overall you may have felt that you gained little over this period. The next two cards are an overview of the year ahead. So we have TikTok and Happy Happy. This year you have a lot of ground to cover and only 12 months to get things underway. You are going to be pulled into plans and adventures and actions. Your help is always invaluable, but remember, whilst you enjoy being called on to help, you also need time for yourself, and this year is well starred for beginning to make your daydreams and desires come into the universe, whatever they may be. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt this year. It can also reflect work and professional matters. And you have the Grizzly Bear, which is power. I am indestructible. I honour my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. The Grizzly Bear card denotes someone who is an old soul or who has had many past lives to draw experiences from. The Grizzly Bear may seem like an imposing figure, but also has a softer side with deep nurturing tendencies and determination, especially for the underdog. They also hibernate, giving a hint that deep rest is required at certain points of the year, and a love of creature comforts should always be enjoyed. The next group of cards is how the year will progress, and you have Perspective, Three of Wands, Judgment, and the Empress. This year is one that begins with you being ready for action, but you may be hit by delays and inconveniences that can slow progress or plans. You may be required to change things you have booked or to adjust your agenda to accommodate disruption. You also may need to look at things from another's perspectives. This will not only allow you to see another's viewpoint, but will also teach you a different angle from which you can expand your knowledge and empathy, especially when helping others in the future. The next group of cards are your love and relationships cards, and you have the Lovers, the Queen of Gems, the Queen of Shells, and the Five of Roses. It's a complex year in love awaiting you. Whether you're attached or single, there may be interference by others around you in your relationships. A possible need to redraw boundaries or to redress the balance. A choice of suitors may be on the horizon if you are looking, although at first glance they may not be what you would consider to be a good match for you. For those healing a broken heart, grieving a loved one, or the end of a relationship, friends are the key, and they will uplift you through these darkest days. The next two cards are obstacles that you may face in the coming year, and you have Perchance to Dream and Witch. The magic you seek is inside of you, let it flow. Your obstacles are based on suppressing things that should be allowed to flow freely. Biting your tongue when you really want to speak your truth. Pain and regret from the past, even your intuition and psychic gifts that are not being used to their full potential through fear of judgment, are all being bottled up within you. Be who you are and be open to expressing the hurt that others bestow upon you. It is the only way to be true to yourself. The next couple of cards are what you're going to learn in the forthcoming year. Feeling alone and coming together. This year you will learn to appreciate the true purpose of feeling alone and being by yourself. Also, this will heighten the positives when you reconnect with people who you are in separation from. This year, work, travel and circumstances may force distance between you and your loved ones, but the universe has a bigger plan and scheme that this fulfills, so bear with it and all should become apparent in due course. Next we have a couple of cards that are peak periods within the year for you, and we have Pisces, Find Your Centre, and we have Tuesday, Start Being Creative, Put Down a Marker. The season of Pisces, which is the middle of February, pretty much through most of March, is going to be a great phase of the year for you. So begin a plan of action and also appreciate the fruits of your labour. If you're into creative endeavours, begin a weekly or a monthly challenge. Even if you put some time aside just for meditation, not necessarily for something to craft, it would still be a positive step. Tuesdays would be a good day to begin this, given the choice. And then last but not least, I picked a couple of crystal cards out to give you a crystal to wear or to carry with you to maximise your potential for the year ahead. And first of all, we have Green Adventurine. Opportunity and luck are out there to be embraced. Now is the time. And we also have Pyrite. Put the spark back into your life. Be confident to fulfill your desires. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Virgo, here's your reading. Virgos, here are the cards for the essence of the year ahead for you. But we're going to start off with a couple of cards that reflect last year. Your cards for last year are number 23 and number 22. The last year has seen you measuring how far you have come and equally seeing how far you have to go to reach your dreams and desires. This may have brought back memories, both good and bad, and dredged up some emotions you felt had either been buried or had been released. You may have also encountered your inner child and reimagined what made you happy in years gone by. This process will help you with the year ahead. The next cards are an overview of the year ahead, and you have Round and Around, Mending, and Flexible. This will be a year of twists and turns, where plans you felt were set in stone are liable to change, and where what you felt was about to emerge disappears without trace. It's a good year to build bridges or to repair or mend tangible things in life. This will be a year where you are saving your resources and finances as usual and are not sure what is just around the corner for you. There are equally positive surprises to be revealed. Expect the unexpected and remain flexible. This year is set to be a roller coaster of a ride. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt. It can also reflect work and professional interactions as well. And you have the cat, which is independent. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. Cats are creatures of mystery. They can read a room and know who will like them and who will not. Cats have great intuition, and this advises you to use your gut instincts or to go with your first impressions. They are flexible and easily adapt to situations, which is why this is a great symbol for the forthcoming year for you. The next 4 cards are how the year is going to progress, and we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. This year you have a host of things you want to achieve and complete, but things may be stifled as there are other things that get in the way. You have wanted to escape a part of your life or to cut out one individual, but repercussions or revenge have seen you either falter or dwell on this decision. You are conscious you can only give your full attention to something, but others keep coming in and asking for your energy, your time, your viewpoint, so you are often torn between utilising your energies for your own projects or tying up loose ends of others to help. You need to be firm in your decisions, otherwise delaying your own choice of what you want to do will never start. The next 4 cards relate to your love and relationships for the year ahead. You have the 7 of Gems, the 10 of Roses, the 4 of Shells, and the 4 of Gems. This could be a frustrating year in love. If you are in a relationship, you may be on different pages this year, with each wanting something different and opinions being poles apart. This is a phase, and planning date nights or couple time together will give you a firm link during this phase. If you're single, it will be a year of fickle love matches, thinking you know where you stand but being told otherwise, or with what feels positive but falters and fails to gain momentum. There is one suitor who defies this, but they may only show their genuine interest in you when you express yours first. The next couple of cards are obstacles that may be in your way. And the first one is doable. The key is within your grasp. And the second one is envious gluttony. There is a danger that when things seem unstable, that you can just throw your hands in the air and give up. Your drive and determination may diminish and you'll end up sitting, waiting patiently for this year to end. But this is being sent to test you, to shake things up and to keep you on your toes. Be aware that this is happening for a reason. A little like a tornado, you will be swept up and placed back where you should be with more experience from the process. The next 2 cards are what you will learn, and you've got Darkest Fears and Master. One of your darkest fears is to not be in control, to not know what is around the corner, and to not have an array of solutions to correct and combat what may be thrown in your way. But you have talents that will be stretched to meet these challenges, and you will learn that your intuition and spontaneous reactions are stronger and more substantial than you ever imagined. Next, we have some peak periods in the year, so positive times. We have Scorpio, heal the wounds. And we have Monday, swap ideas and seek advice. During the Zodiac season of Scorpio, this will be a positive phase in your year. So that's mid-October into and through most of November. It's also good to set a day aside for a specific purpose. Now that could be a hobby, it could be to meet a friend, it could be to meditate, it could be to do something, but something for yourself and something that you're actually going to feel is worthy of putting time aside for, even if it's only half an hour to an hour. And according to this, Monday is a well-starred day, particularly for things that involve productivity, meeting others and interacting. And last but not least, I selected some crystal cards to either give you a crystal to carry through the year or something maybe you can wear in a piece of jewellery that will hopefully maximise your potential for the next 12 months. And you have the crystals Amazonite, find your Zen moment and take time to be present. And you have Thurlite as well, which is to feel the joy and the happy energy deep within your soul. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one. Libra, here's your reading. Libra, here are your cards for the essence of the year ahead, but we're going to start off with a couple of cards that relate to the year we are just closing. And you have number 5 and number 42. You have managed to end some cycles that were not part of your highest good during the last year. This took time and depleted your energy. You have focus on a project that you have either hoped to dedicate yourself to this year, or at least more time to, or for some reason you've held yourself back from beginning this. The dilemma was not fully solved, but this year will allow you to pick up from this. The next couple of cards are your overview of the year ahead, and you have Why and Imagine. If your daydreams could manifest, where would you see yourself? What would you be doing? How would life be for you, and what would change? The most important question is, what is stopping you from living that lifestyle? For many of us, the answer will be financial, resources or commitments, but baby steps or a taster of what you would like does not mean tying yourself up beyond your means. For instance, if you want to buy a boat, look into a short holiday on one, or test drive your dream model. Just the momentum of bringing your dream into reality, even for a short while, will make an impression on the blueprint of your future and will draw things in like for like. The next card is your attitude towards this year, or the attitude you need to adopt. It can also touch on work and professional interactions. And for you, 2 cards came out, so you actually have 2. You have Polar Bear, Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, a dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. And the other card is Penguin, Authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. These cards came out together and complement each other perfectly. Being resourceful and able to face adversity is already a trait you hold, but strengthening this would be a positive move. These animals can swim in freezing water, can sense what is ahead and face severe weather conditions, and still able to function and care for those around them. Oppressive circumstances and situations may require you to dig deep to combat some things this year, but you are prepared for this and more. The next group of cards are how the year will progress, and we have 8 of Wands, 4 of Swords, King of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. You may be frustrated with how a situation has panned out, or by those around you and their actions or lack of action. Communication is the key, as having a stalemate or waiting for another to begin to reach out to you can take time. You need to pay attention to your well-being. Ensure you get enough sleep, keep up with vitamins and watch your diet. You have the ability to be healthy, but this can slip when you are under pressure, and low moods can be a result which can easily spiral. The next 4 cards are your love and relationship cards, and we have the Hermit, Strength, the Four of Wings, and the Emperor. Whether you're in a relationship or not, there is a sense that you've had enough. You're tired of the daily routine, what you do, and in some cases you feel you're invisible. This may be as a result of those around you having strong personalities and you feeling drowned out by those who shout louder or who are more imposing. You need a reset. Look at what once made you happy and try to adopt that into your day-to-day life. If you're single, there are options of suitors, but in comparison, you may wish to remain alone. Those who come forward seem to have little staying power, their own agendas, or they don't have love in the forefront of their mind and cannot provide the time and energy towards a relationship to make it strong enough to last. The next 2 cards are obstacles that may come into your life in the next year, and we have Serendipity, Merge with the Flow, and Parasite. Fate holds the cards to the future, but you can steer and guide by the decisions that you make. Do not let people drain you or steal your energy. Equally, do not get swept up in things that do not feel right for you or directly concern you. Your time and energy and resources are precious, and wasting them when you need them most would be futile. The next couple of cards are what you will learn in the coming year. And you have Daydreams and Decisions, and Opportunity Beckons. You will realise this year that with hard work and dedication that a glimmer of your ultimate dreams, desires and goals can be accomplished, or at least start to be in small ways. You will also become accustomed to the fact that the more you let go of, the more room there is for new and exciting adventures to come in. Remember to only apply yourself to projects you can wholeheartedly commit to, as spreading yourself too thin will result in lots of things begun, but nothing actually being brought to fruition. Next, we have some peak periods that are positive in the forthcoming year, and we have Libra, Enjoy Your Time, and we have Saturday, Search for Joy, Stay Agile. Your own birth sign phase will be fortuitous this year, so obviously the end of September and most of October. Also, Saturdays are well starred for days of action, getting things moving, and most importantly for dates with destiny. And last but not least, I picked out some crystal cards. Hopefully you may have a crystal you can carry or some jewellery that you can wear, but I wanted to get an idea of the crystals that would be productive for your potential year ahead. So for you, you received Appetite. You always achieve your goals and dreams, and also Lepidolite, which allows happiness to guide you through life's choices. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give a like, share and consider subscribing if you don't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Scorpio, here's your reading. Scorpios, here are the cards for the essence of your year ahead, but we're going to start off first of all with some cards that reflect last year and what's just gone before. So for these you have number 26 and number 17. Something last year sparked your interest. It was like a eureka moment, but at the time, whilst it seemed like a pipe dream for one day in the future, you didn't realise the true meaning of this moment of joy. Since then, the universe has hinted, maybe in signs, dreams, or putting you in touch with people, situations or places that can help. It's not about now being the right time, but about you making the right time this year. The next two cards are an overview of the year ahead, and you have the Tribe and Higher Power. When things begin to fall into place and you appear to be on the right path, life flows seamlessly without hiccup. If you fight against it or lose direction, you waste time that will be better spent elsewhere. Equally, finding your spiritual family is massively important for your well-being and for your journey to the higher power. You will help one another, learn from each other's experiences, and offer support to those who are kindred spirits. The next card is the attitude you need to adopt for this coming year. It can also relate to work and professional interactions. And you have the Horse, which is for freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. The Horse is a sign of a free spirit, and this is the attitude you may need to adopt for this year. When others have tried to fence you or others in, you have opposed this. Horses are both strong physically and determined mentally. They are also great travellers and enjoy an adventure that will teach you something new, allow interaction with new people, or to lands that are the opposite of their own. So the next group of cards are how the year will progress. And you have the Nine of Wands, the Magician, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. You have worked hard for what you have, and anger if someone tries to take the credit for all your effort. It may be time to move away from a situation where you do not feel fulfilled or appreciated. You have talents that will be better suited somewhere else, but you need to be cautious as you do not wish to make a change to something that may seem worse than what you enjoy in today. The right option will come along, but you need to be looking and ready if you are to make the most of this opportunity. The next group of cards are your love and romance cards, and you have the Prince of Wings, the Princess of Roses, Justice, and the Six of Shells. There may be children in your relationship, either your own or your partner's. Equally, you may have a lover who is young at heart or childish in attitude. This can work in two ways. It can take you back to a time of youth or keep you young. It can also at times be frustrating making decisions and choices with someone who lacks stability that comes with maturity. If you are single, there are two suitors on the horizon. One may be a past partner or someone who reminds you of an ex. But these two are very different characters and bring individual traits to a relationship with you. A decision will be difficult, so choose wisely. The next group of cards are your potential obstacles for the year ahead. And we have Oblivion, open your arms. We have Protection, set personal boundaries. And we have the child I was meant to be. A need to put up boundaries and to stick to them will benefit you, otherwise you will end up doing more than one person can truly manage. Equally, being young and frivolous is fun, and spontaneity keeps things fresh. But sooner or later you need to balance this with grounding yourself, otherwise you will not have the ability to reel it in before it gets out of hand. The next cards are what you will learn from the next 12 months, and you have release and heal. After several heavy years, you have begun to realise and rediscover what makes you tick, also what brings you joy. This has been a healing process and has allowed you to release what previously bogged you down and stole your resources. Many a night you went to bed replaying things in your mind so you could seek an answer or look for a solution. Those days should have ended, or at the very least eased, and your analytical mind can finally enter a phase of relaxation. The next cards are peak periods during the forthcoming year, and you have Taurus, create structure, and you have Friday, finalise something, just let go. So the Zodiac season of Taurus is towards the end of April into a majority of May, and that's a very positive phase for you. Fridays are good for tying up loose ends, finalising things, and most importantly celebrating all that is complete. And finally, I picked a couple of crystal cards so as you could have something that maximises your potential for next year, whether you carry it as a stone or wear it as some jewellery. And you got Angelite, protect the environment and love Mother Nature, and Topaz, have a vibrant, generous and empowering year. So I think that's a nice way to end this reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, give a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Sagittarius, here's your reading. Sagittarius, here are your cards for the essence of the year ahead, but we're going to have a look at a couple of cards that summarise last year, which are number 21 and number 11. Your connections to your family and possibly your past lives has been the main nucleus of last year. There may have been changes in the family, additions, passings, or maybe a greater connection. Equally, feelings may have run high and there could have been fallings out and challenges. But whatever you have endured last year has set the stage for the year ahead. The next two cards are an overview of the next 12 months, and you have Not For You and Loyal Heart. This is a year where your efforts, both past and present, should be acknowledged and appreciated. You may have put your plans on hold to help others. You may have gone above and beyond for those you care for. You could have given up your place or rewards for someone else. But this year the balance will be redressed. You will also realise that by making firm decisions that something that you felt was for you may have been outgrown, and this will allow a wealth of new opportunities and ideas to come in and evolve. The next card represents the attitude you need to adopt this year, and you have the White Stag, which is the protector. You are an old soul, your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So this can also impact the influence that you have at work or with professional interactions as well. The stag is seen as one who has the ability to live in both the earthly plane and the spiritual plane. You have a strong spiritual calling, one that you may not have fully explored previously, but this year will see you urged to reconnect with your development path and to go deeper with things like meditation, to center your mind to where it needs to be to face the challenges ahead. The next group of cards are how the year will start to progress, and we have the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Fool. You have steered clear of certain people or situations to channel your energies into what and how you feel can attain your goals. Having lots of ideas can mean no full energy is applied to any one single project. Time and action therefore is split, and attention to detail is lost, so nothing evolves and everything remains in the early stages, never making it anywhere near completion. You need to connect to others who can help, to network, share knowledge with like-minded people. Also, learning new skills can increase and expand your circle, which will prove to be fruitful in the long run. The next group of cards are your love and romance cards, and you have the Princess of Wings, the Prince of Roses, the Ten of Shells, and the Eight of Roses. For both those in a relationship as well as singles, you may find yourself on the receiving end of many flattering compliments and being admired. For those happily settled, this is something that can be taken as an innocent compliment. For those in separation, this could be a potential suitor, although it will take a lot more than sweet talking to turn your head. For those who are single, you may have spoken to someone online or met someone through friends, but who was never classified as a potential love interest, but now they may be a viable option. Equally, when your plans change abruptly, there will be another potential love option. A choice does not need to be made swiftly, but it does need to be made to prevent leading someone on and creating unavoidable hurt in the future. The next two cards are obstacles that you may come across in the year ahead, and we have Calling the Storm, and we have Maximus. How can you feed others when your own table is empty? Sometimes things need to come to a head to actually clear the air. Hiding away or avoiding confrontation keeps the peace but never solves the issue. You helping others can be draining, and you need to accept that sometimes you are overcommitted, and you need to learn the power of saying no, not only for your own energy levels and sanity, but for others to have a chance to step up and help themselves. Next we have what you will learn, and you have Trust and Helpless and Hopeless. When you feel at your lowest ebb or are lost, helpless, hopeless and lacking direction, you will learn that the universe is showing you something that you need to experience and take note of before the solution follows. Trust has been something that has had to be hard-earned by those around you, but there are often more people around who would be willing to come up and support you than you would actually appreciate. The next cards are peak periods in the year ahead, times that are going to be positive, times when you should be investing time in things and looking out for fortuitous energies. So first of all, you have the sign of Cancer, respect your feelings. You have the number 10, you will start all over again. And you have the card Wednesday, make up a balance, be entirely realistic. The zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the end of June, running towards almost the end of July, will be the most positive phase of the year for you. Equally, the month of October is also well starred. If you're looking for a day to finalise things, start projects, or to get a fortuitous result, Wednesday is the suggested day. And last but not least, I wanted to get some crystal cards to give an indication as to what crystals you could carry or that you could wear to maximise your potential for the forthcoming year. And the first one you have is sardonyx, which is you are powerful and in control of your destiny. And then rhodonite, which be clear in your communication and you will be strong and successful. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you did, give us a like, share and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.